Hey Tony, Neville Appert here from Snowboard Addiction. How's it going? Checking out a couple of backside board slides. Got a few questions. Let's check out the footage and I've got to give you some tips on how to get them better. First one here, you said that you were zeeching a little bit. What that means is that you're not quite getting full 90 degrees on your board slide. And on the second one here, it said you're having trouble getting back out to forwards. So let's have a look at these and break them down. So when I go to the first one, I'm going to freeze frame up to where you're actually hitting the box. Here we go. Oh, that's the second one. Sorry. Where's the first one? Here it is. Okay. So zeech, basically what it refers to is that you're not sliding the board at 90 degrees. And ideally, when you get to 90 degrees, it gives you the best style on a box when the board is, perpendicular to the actual feature that you're sliding. So it's hard to tell from this angle, but I do agree with you. It's slightly zeeched, but not in a big way, not in a massive way. But if you want to get that board more at 90 degrees, I can see something going on here. Is that if you were to look at your arms and shoulders, I can see that you are counter-rotating in the fact that you're counter-rotating, but you're doing it mostly with your arms. So you're relying on your arms to do it rather than actually letting your core to twist. So if I was to stand up and show you what I mean, is that I'm regular as well. So if I was to do a board slide and just use my arms, okay, I gotta use my arms, but instead of using my arms, what if I try to do the same thing, but use more of my body? Can you see how I'm using more of my body right now? Not only my arms, I used my shoulders, I used my chest, and I used my core. Now, if you were to use your shoulders, chest, and core a little bit more in your counter rotation, you'll find that you can get a lot more twist in your body. So instead of just being so much arms, try do this. Bam, and out. I mean, you can do it right here at home. You can do it if you have one of our balance bars and a gym board, perfect. But what I want you to feel is using that core more. See how one arm right now is back behind me, one arm's in front? That means I'm using a lot more of my core and my chest, okay? By doing that and feeling that out, you're going to be able to get easily more 90 degrees on that board slide on this feature, okay? Let's go to your next one. Your next one, you said you had a bit of trouble coming out forwards. So again, we've got counter rotation here, and I would say this one actually has slightly better counter rotation. You're getting a bit more shoulders into it right now. But one thing I spotted is that your weight is a little bit set back, just a little bit set back. But I want to show you why this is significant, is that as you come out at the end, look now, because your weight is set back just that little bit, your weight is set back that little bit, your board is out in front of your body. And that there is the reason you had a hard time getting it back under you, is because your weight is behind you. If you kept the board right underneath you, you would actually have an easier job twisting that back out to land forwards. So the issue you're having at the end of this box here actually started from when you were sliding the box. Okay? So see if you can get this knee forward a little bit, the weight forward a little bit, the weight on top of that board that little bit more, because then at the end, instead of the board shooting out in front of you like it's doing, it will rotate underneath you and allow you to get back on both feet. You're not so much having a problem with the counter rotation, it's just where your weighting is as you're leaving the end of that box. Now, in terms of the counter rotation, if anything, you're probably just counter rotating a tiny bit early. So if we were to play it, it's hard to see because it's very quick, but if I go in slow-mo here, see that counter unwinding that little bit early? You actually want to kind of hop off the box, then unwind, and then land. Okay? Those two tips should help you be able to get more 90 degrees on your board slide, keep that weight on top of you, and be able to land forwards on that second one. Thanks for sending a clip. I'm Neville Appert from Snowboard Addiction. Our goal is to improve your riding.